VibraGenix.
VibraGenix.
And VibraGenix.com.
I am addicted.
There's nothing like it.
Your patients will thank you for it. You will see healing in your practice like never before.
Well, my logical mind told me that if we are frequency and an energy system, why aren't we using that as the medicine to treat people? Welcome, everybody, to the Frequency Podcast. I'm Dr. Caroline. I'm the CEO and founder of VibraGenix, and I'm really excited today to have Omar with us. He's one of the most amazing people I have ever met. I think there's very little that you have not done. You're an author, you're an entrepreneur, you're a public speaker, you're a business coach, and I would like you to give us a little bit more of your background.
Thank you, Dr. Caroline Stites. What a pleasure, and thank you for having me. Well, a little bit about myself. I'll keep it brief. I was born in Cuba, came over with nothing but the clothes I was wearing, and my mom escaped with the children first. My dad came later, so he wouldn't get caught. There was a program then called the Peter Pan program where they sent Cuban families around the country, and we were blessed to be sent to Joliet, Illinois, by a St. Patrick's Church, an Irish church, sponsored us. And when we landed there, they were waiting for us with coats. And listen to this: no money, no credit, no friends, no family. We don't speak English, and we've never felt cold air. So Cubans in Chicago, no. But anyway, we got lucky, met some nice people. The only person that spoke Spanish was a Spanish teacher. And so they gave us a little place for a few months. One of the gentlemen donated a few months of his house. And so we stayed there till mom got a job as a maid, dad got a job as a mechanic. And there we go. But some people didn't want the only Hispanic family in Joliet, Illinois. So we had a pretty tough go of it. I did meet some good kids that taught me English. They got a Webster's dictionary and they came to me and in their broken Spanish said, "We're going to do one word a day to teach you English." And they became my best friends. We're in my wedding and are still my dear friends I speak to every holiday. So I got lucky. But long story short, my father, not speaking English, had accumulated 3 gas stations on auto parts, a block worth of real estate in his own home in less than 5 years with a 3rd grade education. So, my dad used to say, America, very, very good to me, which it was. And so, my dad says, though, if he had me, he would have lost everything 3 times. So he knew how to accumulate things, but not keep them. So that's why I became a real student of business. But long story short, I went to college. I studied music. I studied opera. I'm a lyric tenor. And my dad lost everything, so I had to quit school and put money on the table. Got a job as a laborer in a stone quarry. I was pretty lucky, though. I made the Olympic trials in the 100-yard dash, and I held the AU record for bench press, 400 pounds. So I had all these scholarships, and I inherited my mother's voice. But I had to quit all that to go make money and earn money. And so I got a job in a stone quarry, and then I went out to California to be discovered as a singer, and they weren't waiting for me. So I got a job as a personal trainer because I was really good at it. So my first client was Tom Selleck, Magnum PI.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got lucky. He's very nice. Abdul Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Jerry West, a great Laker player, and became general manager. Became a lot of celebrities, like the guy, one of the Dukes of Hazzards, people like the guy who played Flash Gordon. And in fact, he became my roommate, Sam Jones, and also the guy from the Dukes of Hazzards. And so I got lucky, but I saw salespeople make a lot of money. I'm going to sales. I failed miserably. And that's where everything changed for me. I met a mentor, Tom Murphy. He managed speakers like Tom Hopkins, Dennis Waitley, Jay Abraham, just to name a few. He was best friends with Bob Proctor, Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy. And he changed my life. He took me from being a kid that, I was the reason there was an upper class, right? Like I sat in the back, I didn't speak English, so I got in trouble all the time. But I got lucky and I met this mentor. He changed my life. We built the largest health clubs in the United States, sold them for crazy money. And I walked into a diner and it was Zig Ziglar, Tom Hopkins, and Tom Murphy. And they asked me to take their place. And I didn't want to be a speaker. But they said, you need to do this because we taught you everything. So now 28 best-selling books, Audible, Teachable, iTunes, Ucore, Spotify. I'm all over the place. And so I do this because I love it. But the reason we're here today is to talk about VibraGenix. And the reason I love VibraGenix, because, well, first of all, I met you over a year and 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago. And I heard your talk and I was very intrigued because in the health clubs that I've been in, there was always motion, but not sound and motion. So, and these were the high-end clubs, right? So when you said that you could, combine it, I was like, wow, that's unique. So anyway, we met and became friends and started working together. And I tell you, I've got a machine here, the Elite, and I'm telling you, it's made a difference. And I think everyone should know what the benefits are and things like that. So let's get into that and talk about it.
Yeah, I would actually like to hear your personal experience on the machine because you've been on it for over a year.
Right.
How has it changed your life personally? Because I know that you are one of the most fit, healthy people I know. So how?
And being fit is one thing, but my dad's cholesterol was through the roof. He had 4 heart attacks, 3 double bypasses, all kinds of health issues, skin cancer, you name it, 9 hernias, kidney stones. I mean, the guy was, but I don't smoke like he did and things like that, cigars and cigarettes and all that. But the thing is, even if you do, my cholesterol working out 6 days a week, 7 days a week is still high. So they put me on Crestor, which is not good for you, 40 milligrams. And I know we can't say claims, but I went to my doctor like a few months after for my physical, and my cholesterol is borderline. So I'm right there that I don't need it.
Nice.
So I dropped all that stuff and it lowered my blood pressure. But more than that, it made me more flexible. And, I really enjoy the energy, the flexibility. But the one thing that people need to know is you need to find your why for this machine. Because whether it's the machine or the portable, any of those, whatever it is, you need to say, what is my why? Some people have health issues. Some people need to lose weight. Some people have inflammation. Some people have insomnia. Some people need more core work, whatever it might be. If you are going to use a machine like this, the first thing is to find your why. Why are you going to do it? Why are you going to use it? And everybody has a why, because everybody has something, right? Yes. So for me, it's made a big difference in all these different areas. And I was already fit. I held the EU record for bench press, 400 pounds. I was in the Olympics trials for the 100-yard dash, 200-yard dash, 400 relay. So I think it's important that people realize that no matter where you are in life, and by the way, I'm 66 years old. So no matter where you are in your life, whether you're in the spring of your life or the summer of your life or the fall of your life or in December, whatever it is, if you're in the 4th quarter, whatever it might be, this machine can transform and add better life, better quality of life, and make you feel better. And by the way, get rid of stuff that's not necessary.
Right. And everybody's different. Like you said, everybody has a different why. Everybody has a different problem. And usually somewhere in your 50s, the check engine light comes on for just about everybody. Something gets out of whack, blood pressure goes up, whatever it is. And there's over 1,000 frequency formulas to address all kinds of issues in the body. So it's extremely versatile. And I think I wanted to ask you what you think about having it in your home. Having it in the home to me is super important because then I have frequencies to address the entire family. And there is nothing more important than your health and the health of your family and friends.
Yeah, if you take a look at it, I mean, I'm here and my kids are off to school now, but when they're here, they use it and they love it. So, I think it's important that if you have it at home, if you break down and do the math, you're really getting a really great opportunity to be healthy, right? And we know from working with you that a lot of friends have friends come over and use the machine.
Absolutely.
So they're helping a lot of people. Yeah, you could help a lot of people in your inner circle, your family, your friends, your church, your community, your temple, whatever it might be, your college, your office. You can put it in your office, but in your home, it's so great because you're able to, like, for instance, sometimes I'll get on it right before I get ready to go out, and most of the times that's when I do it. But if I don't, I can just jump on it when I get home, or
Right.
during the day. So it's real important that you have the convenience of having it at home. Also, a lot of people should have it in their office and in their business, especially chiropractors, fitness centers. Like, if I would have known about this, I would have had one in every one of my health clubs, because it's such an added benefit for people to get on. In fact, I would have had like 4 or 5 of them to get on the machines, and for rehabilitation. I mean, I was sitting next to a guy last night at dinner, and he was in so much pain for his knees, and I told him about the machine, so he's going to reach out to me next week. So,
Good.
a lot of people don't realize that there's other options than just slowly healing, right?
Yep. And as far as for the club industry too, I mean, you have a lot of people that haven't worked out before. I mean, they say 72% of Americans now are sedentary. 10 minutes on the machine is the same as doing an hour of moderate cardio. So for those people that are coming in, that you're getting new members that have never really broached this world before, it's an easy entry point to get them on a machine rather than put them on a treadmill. Get them on the machine, get everything moving, everything warmed up before the workout goes easier, and that afterwards for recovery, so they're not so sore.
Right. And I can tell you from owning the largest health clubs in the United States that most people that come into the club are not what you think. Sure, there's the hardcore training people that got muscles all over the place, but 99% of the people that go to gyms, in fact, I would do little seminars for people to bring their family and friends and colleagues, because a lot of people were afraid and intimidated to walk into a club. So if you can come into a club and make sure that, one of the things that I really love about VibraGenix is it can help you with injury. So if you can warm up before you work out, because we all know, and we've seen people in these clubs, and now, I don't know if you know this, Dr. Caroline, the number one thing is personal training. So most gyms are now boutique gyms with personal trainers, and those personal trainers, a lot of them are certified and a lot of them are not. So when you go in there and you see somebody that's just starting to work out throwing a truck tire, that's bad news. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, or with those ropes, and doing all that crazy stuff. And I saw one guy at the gym yesterday, and he's not in shape at all, and he's carrying 2 50-pound plates in his hands, walking around a third of a mile gym there. I'm like, what are you doing? So, if we can help them come in, warm up, stretch, get flexible, do their workout, do a proper workout, and then recovery, and work on the things like some people they could do, like, for instance, if they don't know about this, it's got some great little gadgets like joint, works on your joints, works on your knees, works on your back, works on your muscles. It can also massage you at the same time. So at the end, when you're done working out, you can get all this recovery and massage in 10 to 20 minutes. And now you leave and you're more relaxed, more stretched out. And that means you're able to work out, because what most people don't know is in working out, recovery is very important.
Yes.
I was with a client yesterday. He's a good friend of mine. He's a minister up in Tampa. And he had this some kind of a acid that it's working out, and he could only do one muscle a week because the acids would stay in his muscles.
Lactic acid.
Yeah, in his muscles, which I never heard of that. And
this is really good for getting rid of that. And for rapid recovery from training and injury. And I remember you kind of brought up a good point. I used to teach body pump just kind of for fun. And it was really interesting to me. There's people that would come in and try it, even if they just, did the quick start, did the first 4 tracks, they would be so sore they couldn't function for a week.
Right.
It would get worse and worse and worse. If we could implement, the warm up, and then afterwards getting rid of all that lactic acid and getting the rapid recovery, because this system actually increases your cell voltage remarkably, even after 10 minutes on the machine. And that's the key to the body healing itself really rapidly. And the things that you're talking about, the cell exciters, they put their transducers that take these frequency formulas for whatever it is, if you have a shoulder injury or whatever it is, and it puts those frequencies right into that area. So you get extra fast recovery. Really amazing for weight loss as well. And that's one of the biggest challenges. I mean, we're a very obese nation overall, and this technology has frequencies in it for weight loss, for cavitation lipolysis that they use in non-invasive lipo, for mood elevation, for stress relief. And that's kind of the magic combo, because that's usually why people eat the wrong things or overeat: stress and depression. And they've kind of been at epic heights since the whole pandemic.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so important that people realize that if you just invest in your future, invest in your health, because health is wealth. And your health is the most important thing. If you don't have your health, you have nothing. So everything else can be solved except for health. And you have to work on that. And if you invest in your health, we invest in Starbucks, we invest in, all the other things. Some people invest in vaping, cigarettes. I'm not telling you to quit. That's your thing. I've never done any of that. Whatever you do, you could just break it down to a minimal of how it would change your life, help your family's life, help anyone that's around you, and it's well worth the investment. So I think that people need to realize that find what you want. Number 2, make sure that you, when you get the VibraGenix, make sure you watch the videos, make sure you get on the frequency calls, so you can learn about what frequencies do what and get educated. So every time you get on the machine, you're more effective. So I think that's important.
Yeah, I think that's important as well. And we do have a very comprehensive training series. You can just click on a video and watch whatever you want, whether it's a protocol video or a how-to on setting up different frequencies. And then I do a frequency chat now, because I was doing so much coaching independently, and I take on a subject or 2, and I not only bring in information about this technology and frequency medicine, but also about nutrition. I'm a naturopathic doctor and I have a master's in nutrition. So I'm trying to create a platform where I can give information, give value to other people, and help you along that path. Because like you said, I mean, you can work really hard, and we both work really hard in life, and you can get to a point where, yes, you're successful, you make money, but you may not have your health at that point. Right. So you don't end up rich and sick.
Right. Well, you know my little saying, to get rich and sick is stupid. So
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, to get rich and sick is stupid. I say that on stage. But it's, again, the key is to take action and set up a calendar with you, set up an appointment just to get started and find out what it would take to get started. Number one, we also have financing. So, you have to just take the plunge, take action. There's a reason why I am who I am and why I've ended up being so successful, because I took massive action and immediate action.
Yes.
And most people don't take action, and when you don't take action, you can't get the results. Look, it's worth a phone call to find out whether or not you can do it and whether or not you can qualify for it. Right. So it's very important. But I really believe that the benefits of the VibraGenix is so important to each and every one of us and our families and our communities. But there's for those of you that own a business like a chiropractor's, my brother's a chiropractor, right? I train chiropractors. I speak at chiropractic associations. Chiropractors can add additional revenue. We're all looking for additional revenue for our businesses. So you can add additional revenue in your business. If you own a health club, you can add additional revenue for your business, right? So it's very important that you can see that these machines can pay for themselves and more.
Yes. And I think it's really important to, especially the higher end clubs that get the higher end clientele. We have people from all over the country that are calling to see if there's someplace in their area that they go anyway, or they want to go that's convenient for them. They can get on a machine, so they can actually build their membership by bringing in a machine. And then we just refer people. That's
Right.
a constant thing in the office, trying to find locations that are close for people to use. But there's definitely a link here you can click on to set up a calendar. There's also a link for an email address if you want to ask questions that way. But looking forward to talking to you. I'm absolutely looking forward to sharing everything that I know about this. And this is my baby.
Right. And I know you do a great job, and that you've really invested your life into this, and the rest of the team at VibraGenix. So it's important that everybody realizes that this is your passion, your purpose, and this is your goal is to get VibraGenix into every household, every holistic place, every chiropractor, every medical center, everywhere you can, so people can have a more productive, longer life, longevity. The key is to be healthy. I had a mentor that was a personal trainer, and he passed away at 102, and he was not ill to 100. And the guy was fit. I mean, he had a physique. He was fit. And all he did was work out, eat right, and he would have loved this machine. Really.
Oh, that's fantastic. I think even for corporate wellness, you get more productivity out of your employees. Everybody's healthier. You pay less insurance premiums. I mean, it really helps in the corporate wellness program. And then, in other places like weight loss centers, physical therapy centers, there's 4 CPT codes, so it's CPT billable. There's just so many options to fit any kind of lifestyle, any kind of business. So I really hope you reach out, and I'm looking forward to speaking with you. Yes, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Dr. Caroline Seitz. Thank you. And by the way, you got a great team over there at VibraGenix. So guys, you're not just getting Dr. Seitz, you're getting a great team of individuals that are really dedicated to this cause.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. Stay tuned for next time.